Hey there, folks. Welcome back to the show where we explore the dark corners of the internet and beyond. Today we're talking about something that'll make your skin crawl: paranormal rituals. You know those creepy games people whisper about at sleepovers? Yeah, those ones. The ones that promise a glimpse into the other side, a chance to talk to spirits, or maybe just a one-way ticket to a whole lot of nope. We're talking about Bloody Mary, the midnight game, and my personal favourite, because elevators are already terrifying, the elevator game. We're diving deep into the history, the legends, and the terrifying stories that have kept these rituals alive for, well, probably longer than we should be messing with them. Consider this your official warning. Whatever you do, don't try this at home. Seriously, guys, I've seen some stuff. It's not worth it. All right, let's start with the classic Bloody Mary. This one's practically a rite of passage for anyone who's ever spent a night with friends and way too much sugar. The ritual itself is simple, deceptively so. You stand in a darkened bathroom, light a candle because nothing screams safe and sane like open flames in a confined space, and chant Bloody Mary into the mirror a certain number of times. What are you hoping to see? Oh, just the ghost of a vengeful spirit. You know, light, casual fun for the whole family. So who is this Mary? And why is she so keen on photobombing your bathroom selfies? Well, like any good ghost story, the origins are shrouded in mystery and enough local variations to make your head spin. Some say she's the ghost of Mary Vunt of England, known for her, shall we say, enthusiastic persecution of Protestants. Others claim she's a woman who died during childbirth, her spirit forever tethered to the mirror where she last saw her own reflection. Honestly, with a backstory this vague, she could be your nosy neighbour for all we know. Okay, so maybe you're thinking, Shane, you big scaredy cat, it's just a silly game. But here's the thing, people have reported some seriously creepy stuff happening after trying to summon Bloody Mary. Some claim to have seen a disfigured face staring back at them, others say the mirror itself starts to bleed, and some even report being physically scratched or pushed. Look, I'm not saying it's definitely the ghost of a vengeful spirit, but I'm also not saying it's... The bottom line is, messing with forces you don't understand is never a good idea. Maybe Bloody Mary is real, maybe she's not. Maybe she just appreciates the attention, who knows? But why risk it? You've got your whole life ahead of you to make questionable decisions. Don't let summoning a potentially vengeful spirit from the great beyond be one of them. Trust me, guys, there are better ways to get your kicks. Like, I don't know, watching paint dry, or listening to Ryan talk about ghost adventures for the 100th time. All right, if staring into a mirror in the dark wasn't unsettling enough for you, let's talk about the midnight game. This one's less about vanity and more about tempting fate itself. Buckle up, buttercups, because this one's a doozy. The ritual involves summoning something, let's just call it the man with no name, because, you know, originality, it's all about following very specific rules, like playing a creepy game of hide and seek in the dark. You're supposed to stand in front of your closed door at the stroke of midnight, light a candle, and say, "I desire to play your game over and over again." Yeah, because what could possibly go wrong? Now, this game has more rules than a homeowners association meeting, and trust me, they're way more likely to get you cursed. You have to use your own name as an invitation, because apparently this man with no name is big on formalities. And whatever you do, don't open the door no matter what you hear. Unless, of course, you're looking to join a never-ending game of paranormal tag. Oh, and did I mention the whole don't look directly at him rule? Yeah, good luck with that. Those who have dared to play the midnight game report some truly terrifying experiences. Imagine being alone in your house, the lights flickering, and hearing whispers coming from the other side of that closed door. Some say they felt an overwhelming sense of dread, like something is watching their every move. Others claim to have seen shadowy figures lurking in the corners of their eyes, or felt an icy breath on the back of their necks. Look, I'm just saying, if your house suddenly feels like the set of a horror movie, you've probably gone too far. The midnight game is all about testing your limits, but some lines are just not meant to be crossed. It's like that old saying, curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back. If the cat was possessed by a malevolent entity, and the satisfaction was fleeting at best. Do yourself a favor, keep your doors closed, your lights on, and your sanity intact. There's a reason they call this a game, and not a delightful way to spend your Saturday night. Because trust me, nothing good happens after midnight, especially when you're inviting the unknown into your home. All right, folks, buckle up. This next one takes us straight into the abyss of weird, the elevator ritual. It's like a messed up version of Floor is Lava, but instead of molten rock, you're dodging, well, we'll get to that. Imagine stepping into an elevator, you know, that metal box of awkward silence and questionable smells. But this time, it's not taking you to another floor. It's a rickety elevator to another dimension. The ritual itself is simple, deceptively so. Some say that's how you know it's bad news. It's like those recipes with only 5 ingredients. They always end up being the tastiest, or, in this case, the creepiest. You've got your specific sequence of button pushes, your incantation whispered into the stale air, and bam! You've just RSVP'd to a party you might instantly regret. So you've followed the steps, the lights flicker, and for a moment you think, maybe I just summoned an electrician. But then the elevator jolts to a stop on a floor that doesn't exist. You peek out, and it hits you. You're not in Kansas anymore, Toto. The air is thick and heavy, like a wet wool blanket. Some describe it as eerily silent, while others hear whispers slithering through the shadows. And the shadows themselves, they dance and writhe as if alive. This is the other world, or at least that's what the stories call it. A place where reality bends, and the fabric of the known universe gets snagged on a cosmic nail. Some say it's a parallel dimension, others a gateway to, well, let's just say you don't want to be on their Christmas card list. Whatever it is, it's not for the faint of heart. People have reported seeing things in the other world that would make even Ryan Bergara sleep with the lights on. And trust me, that dude's seen some stuff. There's this one story, right, about a group of college kids who tried the elevator ritual. They were feeling brave, a little tipsy, and probably thought it was all a load of BS. They followed the steps, the lights flickered, and they ended up on the other side. Classic rookie mistake. According to them, the air was freezing, like walking into a meat locker. But instead of hanging carcasses, there were these things. Shadowy figures with glowing red eyes just watching them. They said it felt like the shadows were hungry. Another story, even creepier, involves a woman who claimed the elevator took her to a version of her childhood home. Everything seemed normal, except it was completely empty, silent, until she heard a voice, a whisper, calling her name from the end of the hallway. Let me tell you, these stories stick with you. They crawl under your skin like a spider in a bathtub. You try to shake them off, tell yourself it's all made up, but there's this nagging feeling. So why shouldn't you try the elevator ritual? Because messing with interdimensional travel in a metal box that smells vaguely of pizza and regret is just asking for trouble. It's like poking a sleeping bear with a stick, except the bear is a cosmic entity, and the stick is your sanity. The other world, if it even exists, is not a place you want to visit. It's a realm of unknown entities, distorted realities, and enough nightmare fuel to last you a lifetime. And let's not forget the possibility of getting stuck there forever. Look, I'm all for a good scare, but some things are best left untouched. Like that weird mole at the back of your fridge, or the elevator ritual. Trust me on this one. There are games we play for fun, and then there are games we should never play at all. Whether these rituals are psychological tricks or real doorways into the unknown, one thing is certain. Those who play never forget. Would you ever try one of these rituals? Tell me in the comments, but don't say I didn't warn you. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more eerie mysteries and horror stories.